Guys, I always knew this day would come. I always knew it would happen. I always try to distract my head, hope and pray. Okay, not pray, but just imagine what it would feel like when this day would actually come. And I'll try my very best to not think about it, but I couldn't help but think about it. And alas, it has come. Guys, the day has come where I have to get rid of all the poultry that I have. Well, not all the poultry, but most of the Duopas birds, the local birds, I'm going to get rid of. What a devastating thought. Imagine having to raise all the birds up to this point. You know, a lot of them have put on weight. The females, they are giving me eggs. Nice, organic, yellow yolk eggs. The cocks, they are very, very big. You know, they are heavy. And here I am, guys, I have to get rid of all the birds. Oh, it's so sad. You see, it's now evening time and most of the birds are out, yeah? You can see the males. The males are on the other side of the fence. So we constructed a fence to separate the house. That's the house where the Duopas birds are living. The males live on this side, the females live on this side. The reason we did that is because the males would overmount the females and the females would get injured. So you can see the males, you know, they're quite big. Actually, I'm going to cross over and weigh maybe 1 or 2, just see how heavy they are. Then the females, you can see a female right here. So we have females on this side and a few males. Yeah? There's a few males which would also get beaten up by the rest of the males. So we moved them over to this side. So you can see that they congregate over the fence. The females want to cross over to the side of the males and the males also want to cross over to this side, but we don't let that happen. Guys, I don't have a weighing scale, so you'll allow me use a polythene for now. I'll make sure the head is sticking out. 4.55, that's the weight. Oh my god, almost 5 kilograms. 4.55. So live male weights for the males, on average you can say 4.5 kilos. The females look way lighter. That could be between 3 and 3.5 kilos. So it's good weight if you want to eat the birds, if you want to use them for breeding. It's very nice weight. Right here you can see the drinkers where the birds drink from. You can see the house that we had built for them, the structure which we had built for them in order to accommodate the drinkers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 drinkers running here. We were building a similar structure on the other side. I think you can see it in the distance. But we didn't get to complete it because we got very distracted with things to do. And then you can see the white roosters, the white breeder roosters. You might wonder what they are still doing here. Guys, all of them have been bought. They just haven't been shipped, but they're going to be shipped over the next 2 days. So everyone who paid for them is actually going to get their birds. So they have all been booked out. I don't have any more left to sell. So all the white roosters are going. And then you can see the guinea fowls right there. So the guinea fowls are one of the few things that I'm going to keep, you know. You can see a guinea fowl there. 3, 6. I have about 8 guinea fowls in this compound. So the guinea fowls I'm going to retain. And then right there you can see our goose and the goslings. You can see the goslings in the distance, yeah? So the goslings, we let them free. There's 2 goslings on this side, and there is 1 gosling on the other side. With the geese in the distance, it might be quite hard for you to see. I think I'll go over there. Okay, right here. We have a gosling, one of the elder goslings. This gosling, you can see it in the middle, yeah? That gosling is older than the other goslings by a week. So it's way bigger. You can see it running with the 2 geese. The one in front is a gander and the one behind is a goose. So the geese I'm also going to leave. Those are going to remain. And this is the chicken house where we keep all the chickens, the Duopas birds. The males have been staying on this side of the structure, yeah? So all the males are out, as you can see. You can see the feeders here. The feeders actually still do have some food. That's quite weird. They have a very big appetite. Oh, I know why. It's because they have really, really reduced in number. And on the other side, it's where we have the females. So we still have some of the females inside. Most of the males are outside. Some of the females are actually still inside. Here, this is the side where we do keep all the females. So you can see the laying boxes inside there. Some of the females are inside. I don't know why they let them inside. Probably the door. Oh, I know. The door untied. We put a small rope on the door to prevent the birds from coming inside during the day, but it untied by mistake. So that's why we have some birds inside, but ideally all of them should be out. All the females should be out. And they've been giving us very nice yellow yolked eggs. This is the laying box. We don't have any eggs inside. All the eggs have been picked out, because if you keep the eggs inside here, they break. But we've removed all the eggs. Now I know you're probably wondering why I'm selling all the birds. And guys, if you've been watching my channel for some time, you would know the simple reason. The risk is too high for the farm. You know, that's the simple reason I can't have any people visit the farm. We just can't afford to do that. And me continuing to keep these birds will literally just be sabotaging our bigger project. You know, the parent stock, the breeders that we have, it's a lot of money that has been put into them. And these are just, you know, maybe 400, 300 birds left over here on the farm. So continuing to just keep these birds around, they cause the risk, or they increase the risk of us having disease on the farm. Because these are free-range birds, you know, they are on the outside. You just never know when they would come into contact with some kind of infection, maybe from the soil, some form of fall typhoid, despite the fact that they were vaccinated. Or a bird flies out and then one of these birds catches the disease, and then one of the guys who works around, maybe me or someone else who works inside here, interacts with one of the guys on the farm, and then just like that, we have a disease that's carried onto 10,000 birds. My God, I can't imagine losing 10,000 birds of the breeders. The risk is just too high. So ideally, it's biosecurity. This farm, this area that we had enclosed off, is actually quite separated from our farm. You see right in the background, you can see the orange structure there. That's how we're going to be brooding our 7,000-day-old layer breeders that are coming in. And then right in the background, far away, you guys have seen our very big structure where we are keeping our 3,000 birds. So for us to have such a structure, the idea was that we wanted to just have birds that we can use for our feed consumption. And then in case we needed to sell, you guys saw that I've been selling the dual-purpose eggs. They are very tasty and nice, you know. They are free range, they are organic, they're just nice. But the risk is too high. It's just too much to lose for us to keep this around. And the other thing is that the place where the farm is located, it's a little bit too central. A lot of the trucks that bring in feed pass by close by here. So it's very easy for anything that's contagious to start with this flock. So you're wondering what I'm going to do with the birds. Guys, I'm selling the birds. I'm going to sell all the birds. So all the females and all the male dual-purpose birds are going to be sold. All of them, they're going to be sold. I'm going to sell them. So in case you're in Uganda and you want these birds have been vaccinated fully all the way to the full. I probably have about between 200 and 250 females, and then the males are a little bit less than that, yeah? Maybe just over 100 of the males. I'm going to sell all of them. I'm going to just get rid of all of them. They are vaccinated, they are healthy, they are strong. Literally everything about them is fine, but the risk is just too high for me. So I've taken the decision to sell them. So if you want to buy them, the price is a good one, you know, for Christmas, for you to eat, or if you want to keep them better off, you want to, you know, keep them, use them to multiply on your farm. The males are good for breeding, you know, you can use them to breed on your farm. They're not pure breeders, but can be used for breeding on your farm with your local chickens. The females are very good with egg production. You guys have seen how I've been doing them on the channel, okay? So just hit me up. I leave a WhatsApp right in the description. So just send us a WhatsApp. You can buy them. We'll be able to deliver them to Kampala. Only if you're in Uganda, guys. If you're outside Uganda, unfortunately, I'm not able to, you know, send the birds over outside Uganda. But in Uganda, the birds can be delivered to Kampala. We have our pickup location in Kampala. So we'll be able to communicate to you and you can pick them up. Don't miss this chance, guys. So like I've said, the only thing that I'm going to be able to keep around is the geese and the guinea fowls, yeah? But again, they're going to have to move away from this place. We're going to move them to another place. What we're going to use this place for is that we're going to use this place for rabbits. We've decided to use the place for rabbits, yeah? And guys, we want to try to free range the rabbits. We're going to try our very best. We don't want to lock the rabbits up, yeah? We want to keep them in a free system, you know, a free range system. We're going to put concrete, a bit of concrete all around the perimeter. The area is quite big, like I've told you guys. Maybe it's on about 3-4 acres. we're going to get rabbits come inside. So during the day they move around and feed, and then we shall give them complementary food, something to add onto the grass that they are feeding, and then in the night they go in and they are secure. That's what we're going to be using this area for. But for the geese, we're going to take them to another place that we have on the farm. Let me show you where it is. So we'll now head down to the place where we're going to be keeping the geese and the guinea fowls. You can see the cattle. The cattle are coming back from grazing. It's quite late, so they stay that way. You can see the sun setting over there in the background, and you can see the cattle. They're coming from the lower paddock, which gets very, very flooded, and they are done grazing. They're moving back home. And yeah, they seem to be fearing me. You see, when I'm walking towards them, they're sidestepping me just a little bit, trying to avoid any contact with me. And this one has paused. It's probably thinking, what is this guy doing? Why is he pointing a camera towards me? This one doesn't really care. Just moving and going home to go and meet their calf. And you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but the herdsmen are over there in the background just trying to get the cattle back. But we'll leave that for now and divert to the area we are going to be keeping the geese. So this is the area, guys. I know it's very, very bushy. Actually, it is a dam. And in this area before, it's where these cattle, these actual cattle, used to go and drink their water with the previous owner. Because the place, like I've told you guys on the channel before, is very, very notorious for being dry. So during the dry season, it gets very dry. You don't have any water. So before we sank boreholes and we solved the water problem on the farm, a lot of the water actually was just picked from this dam because it stays wet for quite some time. The farm was made in such a way that most of the water that falls can be diverted towards the dam. I'll move towards the dam. It's quite late. It goes through quite a lot of thick vegetation. You can see the dam over here. This is one of the two dams. It's the smaller one. There's a small path right through here. We'll walk through it. Lots of the thorny plants here. You can see one here. There's another one here. So there's a small path in between the two dams that leads us to the other dam. And you can already hear the frogs on the inside of here. The dogs on the farm, they love to come and play inside this water. They love to swim. There is fish in that water. There is catfish in the water and some tilapia in the water. And here too you can see another of the dams. This is the bigger one, yeah? So the smaller one is the other side and this is the bigger one. Lots of thick vegetation, lots of birds' nests. You can see some birds' nests over here. Birds are very good architects, right? Very, very good. Just look at that, hanging, yeah? So the birds are very, very good architects. So we're going to have to cut away all this thick vegetation, all of it, slash the area, and then we shall put a proper fence all around the entire area. And certainly the geese will prefer it over here. Oh my God, the geese are going to have a good time. It's going to be impossible to get these geese. 100% impossible to get the geese because they'll just be on the water full time. If you try to catch it, it runs into the water. It's like, hey, come and get me, come and get me. So that's what we're going to do. They'll be enjoying themselves over here. We shall give them some additional feed over here, and the guinea fowls are going to be over here. Of course, the guinea fowls don't play in water, but they'll just enjoy being free and moving around. We'll have to clip their feathers, their flying feathers, occasionally to prevent them from flying away because this is way more isolated, it's way more wild, and they are very, very likely to fly away if we don't do anything about it. So guys, yeah, that's it. Of course, it's a very sad story for me, considering we are letting go of the birds, but it's for the general good of the farm, you know. You don't want to be set back years after lots and lots of effort. It has happened to even the biggest of farms. So we are trying to minimize the risk of it happening on our farm. It will be big losses. I don't know if you guys have gone through troubles of having to cull your entire flock. Actually, tell me, have you had to sell your entire flock or get rid of them because they have gotten sick? Tell me how it feels. Tell me how bad it feels for you to have 100 birds and they all get sick. And you know, it's all the money you had and you had to lose all of them. Very terrible. Just tell me in the comment section below. I know it's really, really terrible. I don't want to go through that, so I've had to make the sacrifice. Well, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe channel, smash that notification bell. That way, you never miss out on any of the uploads. Lots of love, guys. See you very soon with another video. Bye-bye.